A digital picture frame with a beautiful 14.1-inch display. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Kodak 14.1-inch smart digital picture frame, and I really like it. It's a big, beautiful display that's highly configurable. It's a touchscreen, giving you the ability to interact with the device directly, and it's a genuine wood frame, so it looks very attractive. Let me spin it around so you can see in the back, and it's sort of like a computer screen with a little stand, and then on the side here are a bunch of input ports, one of which is for power. It does need to be plugged in at all times, so you could ostensibly put it on your wall, but you're going to have to figure out power when you put it there. Now, 1920 by 1080 HD touchscreen, wide angle view. It auto rotates if I rotate it 90 degrees, 32 gig of built-in memory, and it does wireless sharing. I can go from my phone, I can send a photo to the frame. Even better, there's an email address. Each frame gets its own assigned email address. I'm not going to share mine with you, but I can then email photos to myself. Now, you look at this and you might say, oh, well, this is all moving way too fast. This makes me anxious. So many settings. I'll show you that in just a second. But I'm also going to show you that you can also get some calendar view, you can get weather, you can add the clock. There's a lot going on. What you need is you need the Kodak app to be able to do some of the functionality, but most of it's on frame. So let me zoom in and let's check out what you can do with the frame. Let's start by going to the home screen, which I can do by just tapping on the screen and then choosing the back arrow. So you can see here's the photo, here's the weather, here's the time, here's my Wi-Fi signal, and there are all these different options here. And one of the options is to get into settings. So first off, let's try weather. And it takes a second or two to register what you've done, but I get a nice bright weather forecast. I can look at the calendar. And notice it's showing me my pictures in a little inset there, which is kind of fun. But of course, really what we want to do is we want to go into settings. So let's do that. And settings include things like internet connectivity, but customize is really where this is the most fun, where you can enable or disable a screensaver. And let's just see, here are some options we have here. We can do a raindrop clock, and I actually have it so that the screensaver never comes on because I want to see pictures, right? And then my play interval, that's how much time it spends on each picture before it goes to the next. And at its fastest, I can do 5 seconds, but I can also just as easily say, you know, literally once a day change the picture. And that's probably too slow. Why don't we do every 10 seconds? That seems good. And then there are options for animation. You can decide when it starts up, should it go into this home screen that includes everything we just saw, or should it go into picture mode, which is what I have. I can adjust the brightness, the volume of the music. And speaking of which, if we go back, I can go into music. And I haven't downloaded any, so there's none in there, but I could certainly add some audio tracks. Let's go to video. And I do have a couple of videos. Let's see what it shows. And let's pick one. And if I had the audio on, you would hear my daughter also singing as she was doing this. And it was just a couple of seconds, and now we're on the next video of my other daughter taunting the cat. There we go. And you can see it is fun to occasionally have live video show up on your stream. And as always, you can touch and you can go back to the main screen. It's super easy to navigate. Gets us back to the beginning. And I can go into album and I can manage things. So I can delete pictures if I don't want them, or change. I might have it go in order, reverse order of time. Or what I like is random play. And then here we are. So let's go to this next one, next one, next one. You know, you have an enormous amount of flexibility here. I really think they've done a nice job with this. And the app is not hugely helpful because it doesn't let you adjust settings, but it does let you share pictures and videos as long as they're short enough. So let me jump back on camera. In addition to emailing or actually wirelessly sending photos to the device, you can also plug in a USB flash drive full of photos, or you can do what I did, which is use the included mini USB to USB-A cable and plug this directly into your computer. Now, I will warn you, if you're a Mac user, this seems, as far as I can tell from testing, to require a Windows machine. So you might have to borrow someone's PC laptop to do this step. But once you get this plugged into your PC, then it looks like any typical Android device. Honestly, it looks like it's a smartphone. So you go into the Pictures folder and then just drop everything you want into that. I have over 600 pictures that I've loaded onto this, and that isn't even half its storage. And as you can see, I've slowed things down so that it's a little bit calmer. And in fact, I'm probably going to set it up so it's every hour or two it will change pictures, because I don't want to be staring at it. I just like the discovery of having pictures. And of course, if I get to a picture and I don't want that one, I can always swipe to the next one. So there's a lot of flexibility with this device. You can upload videos up to 15 to 20 seconds. It's very constrained on what it can do. It's not really designed for video content. You can add music. You can have music playing in the background. I'm not even demonstrating that because I think that that's not an interesting feature based on how I see everyone using these devices, but it's a great option. And finally, dimensions-wise, it's 11 inches by 17 inches by an inch thick, plus everything in the back. All told, it's probably about 4 inches deep, including the stand, which I already showed you. So it's 5.2 pounds, so it's fairly heavy. I mean, basically what you have here is you have a computer that has one purpose, and it's designed very specifically for that. I think they've got a lot right here. I've seen a lot of digital picture frames. I've reviewed digital picture frames, and they all tend to have really small screens, and that gets really annoying. So I love this 14.1 inch display. It's full color, it's rich, it's vibrant. Lots to like here and lots of settings. That is what I wanted to share with you. I really like this. This is going to be on the mantle right next to my fireplace and everything. And absolutely, I have these 600 photos already loaded onto here. Why would I not want to be able to enjoy them on this device? So really one to check out. I do want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up if you found this of value. And we need to talk about the price. So this is the Kodak 14.1 inch smart digital picture frame, and it is $269.99. Currently minus $50, dropping it down to $219.99 at Amazon.com. That is kind of spendy, but if you think about, instead of just like the cost of one print and a frame, think about 500 prints and all those frames, and then trying to figure out how you're going to actually have them all deployed on your wall or on your mantle or on the side table or something. So the fact that this is this big, beautiful screen makes it really fun. I really think this is worth the money, and yes, it is expensive, but you're paying for a big display screen. That's where that money's going, and as you can tell, I'm a fan. Anyway, that's everything I got. Really hope to catch you in my next video.